So I have a hypothetical scenario for you guys. So let's say Jaylen Brown gets traded to the Nets. KD's on the Celtics. The Nets' potential team, because Kyrie Irving has said that he'll play out the season with the Brooklyn Nets with or without Kevin Durant. The Nets their starting lineup would be Kyrie Irving, Joe Harris, Jaylen Brown, Ben Simmons, Claxton, with the bench of Derek White, Seth, Patty Mills, TJ Warren. How far can this team go in the East?
With Kyrie and JB?
And Ben. Don't forget Ben.
I did forget Ben. I apologize.
That's all right.
Kyrie, JB, and Ben. They're
And
definitely a
Joe
playoff
Harris.
team. I definitely believe they're a playoff
It's
team.
a tough team to project because you don't know how Ben Simmons is going to play. I need to see Ben. I need to see a month of Ben Simmons in a Brooklyn Net uniform before I can give an honest
You think they're
projection.
a playoff lock, though? Top 6 seed?
They should. That's a lot of talent.
Hold on. I need some
I don't know.
Miami,
I think they'll get
Philly,
Milwaukee, Boston.
Boston.
The
Are
Knicks.
you taking them or Chicago? I would take them.
I would take them.
You take the Nets over you guys. I agree.
They could fumble, though, at any moment.
I would take the Nets over the Knicks. Sorry, respectfully.
With Donovan Mitchell?
Who's the
Nets
number
or the
one guy?
Cavaliers?
Who's the number one guy in Brooklyn? They get
Kyrie.
Kyrie and JB.
It's
Kyrie's
Kyrie.
the number one?
It's got to be
Yeah.
Kyrie.
I think it is Kyrie.
Kyrie is a number
I
one.
say that's like a 6 seed.
I say 6. Like, are you taking that Nets team or Atlanta? I would take that Nets team.
Talent-wise? I don't know.
Talent,
see it.
correct.
I can see Atlanta. I can see Atlanta doing better than that team.
I
can
understand.
see.
I feel like
I can
they
see
have
a lot
bit
of. I think the Nets would get in, but I can see a lot of teams having a better record in the regular season.
Are you taking into account? I don't know, man. Like Kyrie, JB, Ben is arguably the best, one of the best trios in the NBA.
There's 2 number 2s in a Ben.
Say that one more time.
It's 2 number
I don't know.
2s in Ben.
I don't know how Ben Simmons is going to be when he comes back.
That's what I'm saying. I need
Yeah.
to
You
see
got-
a
you
month
gotta
of it
really-
before I could really project.
And they
He's
still don't
right.
have a center, I'm assuming. Based on,
Claxton.
right. So they still don't have a center. And and their bench has no big backup big. So they're running out Seth.
Aaron Sharp.
They're going to have to score a
because
lot of points.
LaMarcus is still a free agent.
Yeah, they're going to have to score a lot of points. Bro said Claxton.
Claxton, listen,
He's
Nets
too
fans,
skinny,
they
man.
call
I say
for
that-
him.
I say that because Jaylen Brown, I do feel like after this finals run, he's gotten overrated. I do feel that.
But I don't
way.
understand what's overrated to you because I feel like no one's mentioning him. In
Yeah.
the,
Well,
like,
people have said he's better than Tatum after
no,
this finals
who
run.
said that?
There is people have said that.
Really?
That is a
Yeah.
narrative out there.
I am a
That is a
Jaylen
narrative.
That's
Brown
what I'm saying. There
fan,
is
and I
people
will
that say
tell you that that's crazy.
Okay, but you're not the only one. Like,
You're
that's
not
a
the
Jaylen
only-
But
Brown
it's just
fan.
cra-
You're not
but
a
I
JB
just-
fanatic. There's JB
Why do
fanatics.
you say Tatum's better than him?
Who, Tatum's better than JB?
Why do you say he's better than him?
Ooh.
I'm not saying JB's better. I just want to hear your
I
explanation.
understand.
I think Jason Tatum's a more consistent offensive player. He's a better shooter. He's a better ball handler. He's a
Better
better playmaker.
playmaker.
Defensively, Jaylen Brown is a better defender, but I don't think there's a huge gap there. I think that Jason Tatum can guard
he took huge strides
teams' opposing
defensively
best
this year.
players.
Okay.
What do you don't think it's close? Or you think it's close?
No, I think it's close. I think Jason Tatum is miles better as a playmaker. I think Jaylen Brown is miles better as a defender. Like I know Tatum's made miles, but I think Jaylen Brown could do things Jason Tatum can't. And I hate saying this. I normally don't like saying this, but I think Jaylen Brown has it. Like I think he's got it. Like
An
he's
it
got,
factor
like,
to him.
he's got that it. I don't think Tatum has.
No, that's not a bad take.
And I'm not. And let me say this too. Jaylen Brown is also in the perfect role. I don't think he's
He
just
is.
good at and in the role Tatum's in right now. Like Tatum's viewed as number one. Is guarded by the best guy. I think Jaylen Brown is literally in the perfect role for him. In that like second fiddle, can be that number one option type guy. But I think if he's on a team like Brooklyn, because he still kind of is second. I think him as a number two is perfect. I don't think he's number one.
Do you think? Let me just give you some names out here and tell me if you think Jaylen Brown is better.
Wait, before you go, I want to ask.
Ask him if he's the best Robin in them.
No, he's not, because he's gonna say Paul George. But
Paul George is a Robin.
Kawhi's the
Do you
what?
feel
Kawhi's
good
the
about
what?
saying that?
I do.
All right,
He's the
interesting.
second guy.
All
Kawhi
right.
is number one. Come on, different levels. But I would say, so if Jaylen Brown's, you said Jaylen Brown's in the perfect situation as a number two, but I feel like we've seen Kyrie, his perfect situation is also being a number two. So now 2 number twos collide. Who's going to take over as the leader and be that number one in Brooklyn?
Well, I think Jaylen Brown would do it just because Kyrie Irving is on an expiring contract.
Okay.
So Jaylen Brown would be the long-term future in Brooklyn. But they'd ask him to be the number one.
I don't know. That's an interesting question.
That's two people.
A lot of this stuff has to do with egos. Like people got egos. So I don't know. I don't know if Jaylen Brown wants to get traded and be another number two. He might want to step in there and say, I got something to prove. So
I was gonna say it took up until this point. It took up until this season at the halfway point for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to realize, all right,
shout out to the
Jason
Nets,
Tatum's the guy.
That's a good return.
So Jason, I'm gonna name you other top shooting guards, and just tell me if you were taking Jaylen Brown over these guys. Donovan Mitchell.
I'll answer it based on if there are. You know what? Just go to the question.
Donovan Mitchell.
Man,
it's tough for you.
This is a guy with respect.
Pass. I'm coming back.
No,
pass.
you can't. Come on.
No, let him pass.
It's tough for him. He got to see these guys nightly. You know what I'm saying?
Come back to it. Come back to it. I got it. That was a tough first question. Give me another one.
Zach LaVine.
Give me Jaylen Brown.
Bradley Beal.
If I'm a contending team that needs that missing piece, like probably Bradley.
Devin Booker.
D Book.
Okay, can you guys help me out with names? I kind of got
so
stuck.
you had it. I thought you was
Honestly, you're just naming the best. All right, are you taking Brandon Ingram or are you taking Jaylen Brown?
Brandon Ingram.
Would you say that would you say that Brandon Ingram is closer to Jason Tatum than he is to Jaylen Brown?
Brandon Ingram is closer to Jason Tatum than Jaylen Brown is to Tatum. That's what you said?
Yeah, would you say that is Brandon Ingram closer in skill to Jason Tatum than he is closer in skill?
Like, do you think it's
Brown?
Tatum, Ingram, Brown, or Tatum, Brown, Ingram?
No, that's not the question. The question is, let's say I
get what you're saying.
All right, sweet.
But you're just automatically saying Tatum's better than Ingram.
Correct.
Oh, you don't think that?
This is good. It's all situational. Like Brandon Ingram did some stuff this play-in and postseason that I'm like, wow.
Jason Tatum did some of that too.
You know, it's always good to get an NBA player's perspective on it because you guys do realize how much of it is due to situation and players in the better situation are going to thrive. And you have these conversations. Yeah, like Ingram has a skill set that is similar to Tatum's.
Yeah, like when you ask me to Donovan Mitchell, it's like Donovan Mitchell's probably a better number one. But if I needed a number two, I might say Jaylen Brown because he's taller, stronger, better defender. So like it's all situational.
Who was your favorite player growing up?
JB or Mitch?
LeBron.
LeBron.
JB or Mitch?
Who was your second or third favorite player?
For me, that's
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Are you a James Harden fan by any chance? So Jaylen Brown or James Harden? Right now.
I'm gonna say James Harden.
That's respect. Okay. That's out of respect. You have to say that. I understand.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to say anything honestly, but I'm just speaking very loosely.